I'm returning to the Steel Fury at Zamoly module for the Advanced Squad Leader, and today I'm going to play second scenario for this module, Sant Stephen 1944 in Zamoly. Yes, it's Zamoly, not Zamoly as I thought it should be, but one of my viewers from the Hungary told me that the proper pronunciation is something like Zamoly. Thank you, mate. Well, we all know that Poles and Hungarians are great pals. So, in this scenario, Soviets are attacking, and their goal is to capture two buildings in Zamoly. If they will make it, they are victorious. They have 9.5 turns to make it. So again, long scenario, but most of the scenarios for Zamoly are big and long ones, and this one is particularly interesting because of the big number of weird things. Like, we have off-board artillery, also known as OBA or headache or something we don't like. Well, I know that some people are simply saying that they are not going to play a scenario where they see radio in the order the battalion for the scenario. Yeah, off-board artillery is pain in the head, but I will try to cover it in this scenario. Next, we have air support. Yeah, another weird and obscure thing, but it is going to be a very limited because Soviets have one aircraft only, and it can be used in the one turn, in the one phase. So there isn't much stuff to do when it comes to the air stuff. We will have only one attack for the game. Okay, as for the weapons of war, as for Soviets, they have a big number of good infantry, including these very good 6 to 8 squads and some of the 458 squads, but the main force is 6 of these Su-76 anti-tank guns. They are open-topped vehicles because they are wide, so they are considered to be always crew-exposed. They don't have machine guns, they only have their main gun, which has a good rate of fire, though, but a pretty weak armor. So it is quite vulnerable for any fire, and because of being open-topped, then its crews can be also attacked by small arms. I put some of my infantry under them, so maybe, just maybe, I will try to make some armored assault using these vehicles as a cover for my advancing infantry. Next, Soviets have some artillery. We have two light mortars, one is here and the other one is there, and one heavy mortar. And like I said before, we have a radio with 81mm mortar battery and two missions available. It can be used for high explosive or smoke. And finally we have 3 medium machine guns and 3 anti-tank rifles. I don't see any good use for these anti-tank rifles because the only armored vehicles that our German friends have are these 2 Panzer IVs. They are equipped with Schützens, and their front armor is 8 and the side and rear armor is 3. So even anti-tank rifle might have a problem penetrating their armor. So, like I said, I would rather rely on my anti-tank self-propelled guns than on these anti-tank rifles. Okay, so as for Germans, they have no artillery save this one lone heavy mortar here, and like Soviets, they have off-board artillery with 2 missions for 81mm mortars. Okay, Germans are starting in concealment, and if they can also use foxholes for their units. So a couple of them are already in the foxholes. So this might be a problem for Soviets. Like I said, we have 9.5 turns to go, so this is going to be a pretty long scenario. Maybe Soviets will be able to capture victory buildings earlier, but I don't think so. These buildings aren't very far, There is a first building here and the second one is there, but the way is not going to be easy because of Germans, certainly. Germans also have 4 minefields, they put it there, and 2 barbed wires here. Okay, so that's everything when it comes to the setup, I think. Should I mention something else? Oh yeah, Soviet vehicles have smoke rounds with depletion number of 5. So all these Su-76 here, they can also use smoke ammo if they want to. Okay, so let's carry on with a game now. And now, this is a first turn, so rally phase, nothing to do, and prep fire phase. Okay, so now Soviets can do some crazy stuff. First of all, do I want to lay a smoke somewhere? Because we have to declare that we are using a smoke ammo before we will do anything else. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to use my weapons to place any smoke. From the other hand, no smoke. Okay, so that's all. Next, my off-board artillery. I have a ready observer with a radio here, so he would like to use it to bring some fire. So he wants to call for his battery, and first of all we need to see if we can, if we have contact. So I'm rolling. This is Soviet radio in 1944, so we are using value of 8. Ha, that was narrow, but yeah, we have a contact with battery. So now, where I have a Soviet, my goal is to place my... I would like to place it here. My artillery request counter. Do I have a line of sight to this hex? Yes, because this is a red crest line, and red crest line on the 1 level difference works like a hillock. Not like a hill, but like a hillock, and due to this fact I have a line of sight if there is 1 level difference. If there are two levels between us and our target hex, it works like a regular crest line. Okay, so now I have a line of sight, and now the question is if I will have my battery available. An important thing is that in this module there is different number for the cards or cheats when it comes to the both sides. Each side has 6 black cheats and 3 red cheats. Okay, so let's shuffle my cards, and now let's draw a cheat. It is a red one, ha! So no, we don't have artillery available, there is no battery that can give us support, so no fire for this Soviet, although this leader is marked with prep fire since it counts as an action. Okay, so what I am going to do next? Well, off-board artillery works like always, so now let's go to our normal fire. So I'm starting here, and these guys are going to fire there. So we have 4 and 4. They have a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have these Germans in the range, that's good. And these nasty Germans are concealed. And due to this fact, we have to halve our firepower from 12 to 6. So now we have 6, plus 2 for the foxhole, minus 1 for the leader. So that's the 6 and plus 1. Okay, the roll is pretty good. That's 5. So yes, we have a hit. That's 5, and we have plus 1, so that's 6 in the column of 6. So this is morale check plus 1 for Germans, and they failed. So sorry guys, you are losing your concealment because you have to take morale check, and then you are also broken. Ho ho ho, that's unfortunate. An important thing is that I rolled natural 1 on my red die when I fired. So now I had a rate of fire. And so this machine gun can fire on them again. This time it is normal fire because they aren't concealed anymore. So we have a 4 plus 2 minus 1. That's 9. No effect, sorry guys. So that's all for you. Next. This mortar wants to fire here, and yes, it can. You may ask why, because there is a wood, but please remember that in the Zamoly all the woods are light woods, so they are not making an obstacle. Instead, they are +1 hindrance, so we will have to use them as a hindrance. And I'm firing my mortar, so this is going to be +1 for a hindrance, and they are also in concealment. But this is a mortar, and that's the different cup of tea. Okay, so that's +1 for hindrance and +2 for area fire. So we have +3, and this is infantry target type. Sorry, no, this is area fire. This is a mortar on the range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 7 or less. Okay, that's 11. So this is obviously a miss. And sadly, no rate of fire. This is a mortar of C, so I can place area acquisition here, but that's all for me. That's not good. Next. These guys are firing here, and that's +4 and 4, so that's 8, but we are firing against concealed unit, so that's 4. Next, +1 for light woods, +2 for foxhole, so we have +3 in total. That's 5 + 3, that's 8, so that's a miss, but we have a rate of fire for our machine gun, so it fires again, but with 2 + 3. Does it make any sense? No. It would be a big chance to wake enemy sniper up or damage our machine gun, so no, I'm not going to make it, because that would be pointless. Okay, so that's all for this flank. And now, here, none of them is going to fire, they would rather move. And now, this flank. Do I want to move or fire anywhere here? Yes, I would like to use my other mortar, this one. And this mortar is going to fire here. So this is going to be +2 for area fire and no other modifiers for 2 hit. Oh, come on! That's 9, so yes, this is a miss. And we have a rate of fire of 3. This is a mortar, so it can use rate of fire even against concealed units. So that's another shot, and again 9 but 3, so yes, we have a rate of fire again. That's good. Okay, that's the critical hit. So yes, we made it, and this is a hit, and this is going to be an interesting case. Why? Because we fired on this unit and it is concealed, so our firepower would be halved because we are firing versus unit in concealment, but we rolled critical hit, and due to this fact our firepower will be doubled, so it will be normal. So we have 81mm mortar, 82, sorry. So this is going to be 16 firepower. It is halved because of the concealment and doubled because of the critical hit. So it is 16 again. And now our TAM is +2 for foxhole. So we have 16 and +2. Because this is our area target type, so we are using TAM for infantry fire table, not for 2 hit. So that's 8 +2 it's 10. 10 in the column of 16. That's pin test check. They passed, but since they had to take a check, they are losing their concealment. And since I had 1, I am firing again. This is a 6, and this time they aren't concealed anymore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 hexes range. For area fire, we need 7. We have 6 minus 2, so that's the hit. And this is also a rate of fire again. So again, 16 plus 2. This is 8. In the column of 16, this is morale check plus 1. Oh, hell, this is bad. They are broken, even with pretty good morale. And this nasty Soviet mortar fires again. Okay, it lost its rate of fire. It rolled 10, and minus 2, that's 8. This is not enough, so that's the end of the shooting. And do I want to make any more prep fire in this turn? I think I don't wanna. No, that's all. So we are finishing our prep fire phase, and we are going into movement phase to move and advance. I will start with this flank. I have a group of Soviet Su-76, and each of them tries to cover some of the Soviet infantry. They are going to attack from this flank, here, 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 and they will try to seize this building, one of the victory buildings. Okay, so I will try to make armored assault. Armored assault is a special type of movement when infantry moves together with an armored fighting vehicle, and thus it uses a cover of this vehicle during movement. Okay, so this one goes into motion. It is one movement point to go into motion, and now we are moving 1, 2, and it moves in the same speed as infantry. It is 1, 2, and now we are going to cross the black crest line, and we are moving down because we are on the 170 and we are moving on the 160. So let me show you this. The terrain tables in this module are very good. So we are moving down the black crest line, not the red, but black, and we are moving down. We are spending movement factor for the infantry and movement point for the vehicle. So in both cases we will spend 1 movement point. Brown ones are used for the mat, but there is no mat in this scenario, so our cost of movement down the black crest line will be 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now them 1, 2, 3, 4, and them 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they are all in motion. Germans aren't firing on them anywhere. They are too far to make any successful fire. This band, this unit with a mortar, makes assault movement here. And now let's go there. I'm doing the same here, so that's armored assault. 1, 2, 3, and this one changes its facing like this because these are turretless vehicles, so they have to fire with their covered arc. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, sorry, not I cannot place on them because they would be riders, and they are not riders, so they will go here. This anti-tank squad goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now these guys in the woods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now there is black crestline and woods. So what is the cost? We are spending movement factor, we are in the light woods, and we are going down the black crestline. So it is 2. So 6. And now we are adjacent to the German unit that can, if it wants, fire on us. I think they won't. So they are losing their concealment and they are making a fire versus approaching Soviets. So this is going to be 4, but it is point blank, so that's 8, and +1 because of the woods, -1 because -1 because of the target using non-assault movement. So this is 8 + 1 - 1. That's 9. Oh, 9. I should say in German because this is pin test check. So Soviet leader, he's fine, but he rolled 3. Let me check for sniper. No, that's 4. So next I have a Soviet squad, 4, and yes, that's the German sniper. So now I have to roll to see if German sniper isn't waking up. No, he isn't. Okay, so that's all for the Soviet movement here and German defensive fire. Now the other Soviets, they are moving down the path. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and that's all. Now them. They are going to take double time. So I need a counter for double time. And they are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. This group starts here and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This group is using double time. A group, a squad. This is just the squad, not a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's all when it comes to the movement. Yes, that's all for the Soviet movement. Oh, one more thing about these guns. So this one was in motion, while these two are not. They are stopping. I forgot to say about it, sorry. And that's all for the movement phase, so I am removing residual fire. And now we are going into German defensive fire phase. Okay, so do I want to fire with defensive fire? Yes, I want to. I'm firing here, so now that's 4 + 1 because of the woods. That's 7 + 1, that's 8, nothing. They are concealed, so I think they want to be concealed, otherwise they will bring a heavy fire of these Soviets on them, so no, they remain concealed. And anyone else wants to fire on the German side? I think no. So that's all for the defensive fire. Next we are going into Soviet advancing fire. And who wants to fire? Fire, fire, we fire. I'm starting here. So I have this 6 to 8 squad and it fires on them. So it has 6. It is then halved because of the advancing fire and then doubled because of the point blank. So we have 6 + 2 because of the foxhole. And that's 3. It is 5 in total. In the column of 6, this is morale check +1 for Germans. No good, no good. Ha! But they made it. And they rolled 3. This is Soviet sniper activation number, so I have to roll for Soviet sniper. He's sleeping. Anyone else? Well, they have this 6, and firing on the concealed unit means that they will have to halve their firepower twice. So it will be 0 to 75 and +1 because of the assault fire, so it will be 2. No, that's not an option for me. That's only a 2 +2 for the foxhole, +1 for the double time. No, it is a big chance to wake enemy sniper. No, I'm not going to do it. Now there. That's the different cup of tea, because they are going to fire. Not with medium machine gun, you cannot use it during the advancing fire phase, but that's 4, 4 and 6. So this is going to be 14, because they half firepower and then doubled because of the point blank, so that's 14, and plus 6, it will be 20. So I'm firing on them with firepower of 20, and that would be 20 plus 1, 21, and they have 5, so it is halved into 2.5, plus 1 because of the assault fire, so it's 3.5, and rounded up into 4. So this is going to be 4 in total. So that would be 25 versus, and yeah, that's 25. So we will be able, and they have a range of 4, so I can no, I'm not going to use them nor them. Why? Because if I will use them, I will have to use this vehicle hindrance. So no, sorry for this confusion. I'm going only to use these two groups. So this is going to be 20. It is 20 plus 2 versus because of the foxhole. So 20 plus 2. This is 6. Plus 2, that's 8. 8 in the column of 6. This is morale check plus 2 for Germans. 9 plus 2 is 11. Oh. My poor crowds. Sorry guys, you are broken. That's 658. So these poor Germans are now reduced into 348. All these German special units are from Zamoly module. So do I want to fire with my Su-76 on them? This is advancing fire phase, so I will have very bad modifiers because these are non-turreted vehicles. So do I really want to? No, I'm not going to do so. Alright, and do I want to make any more advancing fire? Well, they might like to do so, but their firepower will be halved, and they will have 4 and 4 plus 1 and plus 3 plus 2, so it will be 8 plus 3. I think this is a risk worth taking. So they are firing with 8 plus 3. Nope, nothing. So that's all for the advancing fire phase. And now we are going into road phase. So who needs to road? These Germans definitely have to road. So they have to leave their heavy machine gun, because it cannot be used, it cannot be carried with them, since it limits their line, their movement. Okay, so that's 1, 2. No Soviet unit has a clear line of sight for them because of the hindrance, because of a graveyard. So no. 1, 2, 3. 4 for moving up, 5, 6. So that's the road. Now them. They are also broken, but they are not adjacent to the enemy, so they doesn't have to road. So they are not roading. So that's all for the roll phase. Next we have advance phase. So Soviets are advancing. Here, there, 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 and yes, this is close combat. Oh, I should place them here, because that's a thing that might be not very clear in the rules, but when you are advancing on the hex with foxhole or range, you can instantly advance inside the foxhole or range. That's fine, you can do so. Here, there, there. They aren't advancing because they are with their vehicles. Here and there. Okay, that's all for the Soviet advance phase, and now we are going into close combat. So we have one close combat to resolve here. First, I need to roll for ambush. Germans, 1. Oh, that's good. Soviets, 2. No ambush then. And so, we have 6 plus 4 versus 4. So this is going to be 3 to 2 for Germans and for Soviets, and 1 to 2 for Germans. So Soviets need 6 or less. They made it. So Germans are eliminated, and now Germans 9, they aren't. So Germans are dead, while Soviets are fine. Well, heroes of the United Soviet Socialistic Republic in action, and they were inside the foxhole, so yes, they have to stay there. That's all for the close combat phase. Yes, that's all. So we have to remove pin markers, but I haven't any pin markers on board. No, I haven't any. So that's the end, and we are going into German part of the turn 1, rally phase. So Soviets have no broken units, they haven't any damaged weapons, so nothing to do, but Germans. I'm going to try to rally whom? They have 7, and they have 8. So the answer is obvious. I'm going to try to self-rally them. This is going to be +1 for self-rally and -1 for the woods. 8, but that's +4 for the desperation morale, so they remain broken. So that's all for self-rally. I am removing desperation morale from here, and that's all for the rally phase. And now we are going into Germans. German prep fire phase. So first of all, do I want to lay a smoke? No, I don't want to. Next, my off-board artillery. I have artillery observer here. Was it? No, yeah, well, he was there. And do I want to use him somewhere? I have a couple of options. I think the most tempting thing is to bombard them. Or, from the other hand, to fire on these Soviets there with their heavy mortar around. I think this is even better because they will get out of here quickly while they aren't that mobile. So yes, I'm going to fire here. So I'm rolling for my radio contact. That's 8. And they have a radio value of 8. So yeah, we have a radio contact. Now I need to draw a cheat to see if from the German pack to see if I have available battery. Damn you! And there is another thing very special in this game. When you used a cheat, you have to shuffle it back into pile. So yes, it can be brought back into action. So yeah, there is a bigger chance to get this damn red thing again. So yeah, that's the end of the German fire. Both sides have very good off-board artillery cheats, like always in my games. Every time I play a game scenario with off-board artillery, I mostly find it completely useless. Alright, so who is going to do next shot? I think my heavy mortar here, it is hiding in the foxhole. It is interesting that you can hide a heavy mortar in the foxhole. So the concealment marker is out. And now I am making my fire. So I'm going to target this hex. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes range. This is area target type on the 10 hexes range, so we have a target to hit number of 7. This is 4, and that's of course our rate of fire because of 1, so we hit them. So I have to place area acquisition, and now that was 82 millimeter mortar, so this is 16, and we hit both vehicle and the squad. And now first I'm rolling versus squad. This is 16. They are in the open ground, so nothing to do. That's 8 in the column of 16. This sounds bad. This is morale check +1. 5. They passed! Ha. And now vehicle. And that's another cup of tea. This is open-topped vehicle, so the crew is under fire, and they have +2 because of partial protection of the crew. Oh hell, that's 6. No good? No good. And that's also a 4, so this is German sniper activation number. It goes even worse. So let me roll for this sniper. Nothing. Now, that's 6 in the column of 16. This is morale check +2. But we have a leader with -1. Nope, that's no good. So we failed morale check, and thus we are stunned. So let me find stun marker. So we aren't in motion anymore. And now, since I had a rate of fire, I'm firing this mortar again. I can't believe it. Okay. So the mortar breaks. Damn you. I will place it like this, just to remember that it is broken, and I will have to make a roll for repair. If it is placed under the foxhole, it is very easy to forget about it. But it is still technically inside the foxhole. So this marker is removed. Sorry for this burst out of my laughter, but that was simply too bad to believe. Okay, who's next? Do I want to make any more shots with my Germans? The biggest problem is here. Because we have Soviets coming, as long as I am concealed, I am pretty safe against enemy fire, but I know that these dudes can enter my hex easily. So do I want to fire, or should I rather get out of here? There are trenches here, so that could be pretty safe to move there. Yeah, So I'm not making any more shots with my Germans, and I'm going into... wait a moment, I will take another look, because I don't want to lose any chance to shot on these nasty Soviets. I have a machine gun here, so maybe, just maybe, yeah, come on. Let us be a brave German. And I am making a fire versus this group. Sorry, no, because they are down, so I'm firing on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So machine gun has a range, and they have a long range as well. So this is 7 plus 3, so this is 10. And because of that we have 8. So I'm firing on them with 8. That's 8 in the column of 8. This is normal morale check. So I have 2 Soviet squads there. First squad, they passed. Second squad also passes. And my vehicle, it gains +2 for the... It's 4, so this is 6. So that's the morale check. And they... sorry, that was 6 in the column of 8. This is morale check +1, so now they failed. And thus they are also stunned. So I need another stun marker. With +1. I have a couple of them on my next to me, but they are all with recall, and I don't. They don't have to be recalled for now. They are also getting stun with +1, and of course I don't have any stun +1 marker around. Okay, I found it. So that's all for the German prep fire phase. Now we are going into German movement phase. I will start there. I am making an advance here. So this hex remains there, this counter remains here, and they are here. And one wants to fire on them. I think they would do so. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 8, and now +1 for the woods, +2 for the foxhole, for the trench. So that's +3. 8 plus 3, and that's 7 plus 3. This is 10. No, this is a miss. And that was 1, so we have a rate of fire. Since they made assault movement, they spent all their movements here, and due to this fact, I can fire on them again with my machine gun. So this is going to be 4 plus 3. That's the miss, and no more rate of fire. So that was 8, and now we have a hindrance of 1, so that would be a residual fire of 2. Who is moving next on the German side? Let us go here. I think I need my tank getting closer. So this Panzer IV goes into motion. It spends 1 movement point to go into motion, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it stops there. And I am spending 1 more movement point to stop, so that's 7. And now the question is if any of these Soviets would like to fire on them. None of these, because they are stunned, but this one can. The problem is that this one is in a motion. So that would be a very small chance to score a hit on this German tank. Oh, wait a moment. No, it cannot. It cannot because it is below the black crest line. So no. But even so, it would be impossible shot, so no, I'm not going to make it. And now this German tank stops there. It is not making a fire, because that would be a bounding fire, and I don't want to make a bounding fire. Bounding fire is bad. Now, especially bounding first fire, because bounding fire isn't that bad, but bounding first fire is the worst kind of fire you can have. Well, motion fire in the motion is even worse. Okay, so my next tank, I'm thinking of keeping it in reserve. So yeah, it's not going to move. And that's the end of the German movement phase. Yes, yes, that's all. So I'm removing residual fire, and now I am going into Soviet defensive fire phase. So no smoke, no smoke. And now my radio. So I'm calling for my off-board artillery again. My plan is to place a spotting ground here. So I'm rolling for a radio. Fine. Now I have to draw a cheat to see if I can place artillery request. Yes, I can! Finally. So I am placing Soviet artillery request here. And now I have to make a roll to see if it is accurate or not. It is not. So 2 and 2. It moves here. Do I have a line of sight, this one? So, all I can do is to place spotting ground here, and that's all. So, that's all for my off-board artillery. Now, all my remaining fire. Let's start here. I'm going to fire on this hex again. So that's 12 plus 2 now. And this is a miss. Final fire. This mortar also fires here. And now that's plus 2. 4, this is a hit. And 3, this is a rate of fire. So we have 50mm mortar. So this is 6. And plus 2 for the foxhole, minus 1 for the airburst. That's 4, and plus 1 is 5. 5 in the column of 6, this is morale check plus 1 for the Germans. Plus 1 is 9, so they are broken. And 2s, they are reduced. It's 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I need 2, 4, 8. This is a mortar of C. So here, and we had a rate of fire, so one more shot. 6. And that's 8. Minus 1, 7. So yes, this is a hit and a rate of fire. So again, 6 and plus 1, 8. In the column of 6, this is pin test check, so nothing, because they are already broken. And yet another shot. That's no more rate of fire. And 7 plus 2 minus 2, this is 7, so a hit. And 7 plus 1, this is 8. Again, pin test check, so nothing. Okay, that's all for them. Now, here. They don't have any good options to fire, but they have. They are going to fire here. So this is going to be 5 and 5, so that's 10, plus 1 because of the hindrance, and plus 1 because of the woods. So 8 plus 2, 10, that's nothing. That's everything here. Now there. My heavy motor is going to fire here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 7, and we have +2 for area fire. This is 11, a miss, and no rate of fire. So target acquisition only. And this motor is going to fire versus this motor. I have a line of sight. Yes, I have a line of sight because red crest line is in effect. 4 +2, this is 7. So we hit, but we have no rate of fire. So this is going to be 6 and +2 because they are in the foxhole. 6 +2 is +7. Sorry, 7 +2 is 9. 9 in the column of 6, no effect. This is the motor of B, so I am placing area acquisition there. Alright, so I think that's all for the Soviet defensive fire. Yeah, that's all. And now we are going into German advancing fire phase, but I don't think I have anything else to do, because wherever Germans could, they already fired in the prep fire phase. So nothing to do in the prep fire phase, in the advancing fire phase. Next, road phase. Who has to road? Let me think. I think no one, actually. I don't think I have any broken units that are in the open ground or adjacent to the enemy units. Yes, all this infantry here is fine, so nothing. Okay, so no road. Next, advance. Who wants to advance on the German side? I think they. So they are advancing here. And that's all. No more advance for Germans. And close combat phase. Nothing to do, because no close combat around, and thus I can flip all these stun markers on the +1. So both of these vehicles will now have +1 modifier for their combat. No good. So that's the end of the turn 1. So Soviets made a significant advance, but the situation isn't clear because, well, this is just the beginning. A lot of things might change. Okay, so that's the end of the turn 1. Let us go with turn 2, then rally phase. Do we have anything to rally on the Soviet side? I believe no. Seems like Soviets have no broken units. That's pretty good. Now Germans. Well, they have 2 broken units, but none of them is with a leader, so nothing to do as well. And one more thing I almost forgot about. That's why these counters can be deceiving. Yeah, I have to try to repair this broken motor. 3, nope, it remains broken. Okay, so that's all. And now in this turn, Soviets are getting 1 fighter bomber. And I have to check if it is equipped with a heavy anti-tank bomb or not, because this is a major difference when it comes to the fighter bomber in this scenario. There is a chance that it will carry this very deadly for the vehicles bomb. We have only 1 aircraft, and to make things worse, we will be able to use it in the turn 2 only, because later it is recalled. So in fact, there is only 1 phase when it can be used effectively. It is German defensive fire phase. So Let me make a roll for this, and well, I have to check through heavy air tank bomb. Okay, I have to make a D6 roll. If 1, 2, it is equipped with PTAB, otherwise it carries normal heavy high explosive equivalency bomb load. So let me roll. I need 1 or 2, otherwise it will be normal regular load. It is 1, so it will have PTAB. So more new stuff. So you will have to wait. But now we are going to prep fire phase. So do I have anything to do in the prep fire phase? Certainly. Let me think. First of all, I'm starting with my smoke. Do I want to lay a smoke anywhere? No, I don't think so. Next, or wait a moment, maybe, no. So we are going with offboard artillery next. So I have my artillery observer here, and my spotting ground landed here. So now how does it work? So I need to make a roll for a radio contact. Okay, I have it. So now we go kaboom. I'm not going to change it on the different hex. I'm fine where it is. So I can see the blast high, because blast high has a high of 2. So my artillery observer here can definitely see the blast high on this hex. And due to this fact, I can convert it into fire for effect 1. And then I'm hitting this hex and all additional hexes with firepower of 81. So this is mortar of 81. So all these hexes are hit with 16 firepower. Okay. And since this is indirect fire, we have to include TAM. So this hex is hit. There are no enemy units on other hexes, and there is +4 for OBA for Foxhole. So we have 16 plus 4. This is 8 plus 2, so that's 12. 12 in the column of 16. This is no effect. Oh, damn you. That was unfortunate. Yeah, that's why I love offboard artillery. But there is one more thing I have to do. These 2 hexes are marked with wire. So I have to roll for each of them. If I will score killed in action result for any of them, then wires are removed. On the column of 16, I get killed in action on the 2, 3 or less. So first here. Wow! So this wire is removed. And then here, this wire stays. So I have to turn it into FFE2. And that's all for Soviet offboard artillery. Well, at last we managed to remove 1 wire. Better than nothing. But I really expected more from them. Okay. Who is going to fire next? This mortar fires here. So that's +2 for area fire and -2 for -1 for target acquisition. And yet another miss. I don't like it. Who is firing next? Them. They are firing here. So 7. Okay. That's +2 and -1 because of area acquisition. So now this is a miss, but we have 1, so we have a rate of fire 4. Okay, this time it is a rate of fire and hit. This is mortar of 50 millimeters, so it is going to be 16 and +2 because of the foxhole. Nah, I am not even surprised. Another shot, because I have a rate of fire 9 minus 2, that's 7. This is a hit and rate of fire. So again, it is 6 plus 2, 8. 8 in the column of 6. This is pin test check. So I'm rolling for a crew. It is pinned. Okay. And one more shot. 3. This is a hit and rate of fire. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 in the column of 6. This is morale check plus 1. Plus 1, they are broken. Okay. So finally, this mortar does some good stuff. So this crew breaks. So I can remove pin marker. And one more shot. 3, this is a hit. 9, no effect. And this time it is a hit, but this is also no more rate of fire. Okay, so let's roll for the last shot, last hit, nothing. So that's the end of this mortar. Okay, so this mortar was killer. Who is going to do next shots? No one there, because we have no targets in our line of sight. Now there. They are firing here. So we have 12 plus 2 minus 1. So 12 plus 1. This is 5. Plus 2, it is 7. And, and minus 1, so we have plus 1 only. So that's 6. 6 in the column of 12. This is morale check plus 2 for Germans. They failed. They are half squad, so they are dead for good. Now this mortar fires here. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1 for the hindrance and plus 2 for area fire, so it's plus 3. That's 8, so a miss, but rate of fire. That's 3, so yes, this time it is a hit. So we have 6, plus 2 for trench, and minus 1 for airburst. That's 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 in the column of 6, this is nothing. So it is minus 2 now, and yet another shot. That's 8, no more rate of fire for this mortar. And now it is minus 2, so 6, plus 1, so 7, and plus 2 for area fire, 9, no effect. So that would be everything for prep fire phase. I think, yes, that's all for the prep fire phase. So we are going into Soviet movement phase. So who wants to move? They are moving, and they are making assault movement here. Inside the foxhole they go, and so do I want to fire on them? Yes, I want to fire. So this is 4, and I can fire on them before they will enter the foxhole, because they are entering the hex first, and then they are entering the foxhole. So I can fire on them before they will go into foxhole. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So they spent 2 movement points to enter this hex, and now they are firing with 4, plus 1 for the light woods, plus 1 for the woods TAM, so that's 4 plus 2, and since they are making assault movement, there is no modifier. That's 5 plus 2, 7. In the column of 4, this is pin test check. 7, they are fine because they have 8. So this is 1. And now they are moving under the foxhole. Now, them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, they are moving out of the foxhole, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And now these Germans are firing. So they have 4, +1 for the light woods, -1 for target using non-assault movement. So this is 4 +1 -1. 6. This is normal morale check. Soviet leader, he breaks. Oh, that's unfortunate. And Soviet squad, 7. So they are fine. That's 2. And first fire. Now they. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2s, they have to take double time to enter here. Now this squad with machine gun goes 1, 2, 3. These Germans can fire at them because now they will have them in the same range as their previous target. So yes, they can fire. This is going to be 2, -1 for moving in the open ground, -1 for moving without assault movement, and +1 because of the light woods in the line of sight. So this is -2 +1 and firepower of 2. Oh hell, that's 4. So this is going to be a hit. That's 3 in effect. 3 in the column of 2. This is morale check +1 for Soviets. 7 +1 is 8. They have 7, so they break. So we finally have some broken Soviets on board. And there is no residual fire, because it would be 0 due to the hindrance. Let's go there. It is 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are moving down the path. And now this machine gun can fire on them if it wants to. Yes. Or should I wait for the better targets? Because, of course, I can wait for some more juicy targets than the single Soviet squad. Like, for example, these armored assault guns. So that's the option for me. Yes, I will wait for the better targets. So no, I'm not firing on them. Now, these guys are making assault movement here. And they aren't firing anymore. They are still waiting. Now, I'm going onto this flank. This vehicle goes into motion, so it's +1. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. I am in the motion. Oh, sorry, wrong counter. And now this German tank opts to fire on them. Yes, yes. So let me check. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes range. And this is 2 vehicle target type. On the 8 hexes range we need 9. And how long we saw this vehicle? I think only here, because otherwise here it wasn't visible, so it spent 1 movement point in our line of sight. Okay, so now this is a vehicle in the motion, so this is +2. We are, our German tank is buttoned up, so that's +1, so that's 3. A vehicle is a small target, so it's +1, so it's 4, and it spent 1 movement point in our line of sight, so this is +2. So our 2 hit is 6, and we have a leader. He reduces it into 5. So I am shooting 7. This is a miss, and I have no rate of fire, sadly. But I can place target acquisition on this Soviet gun. Now this one. It spends 1 movement point to move in the open into motion, and now 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wait a moment, this is 150, this was 160, so we moved down 1 level. Okay, now this one, they are with a leader, so they can move up to 6 hexes, and 1 to go down 1 level, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now when they are here, 5. And now when they are here, this machine gun fires on them. Sorry for this confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is 7 plus 3. So that's 8. And plus 8 and 10. So I think this is a miss in both cases. When it comes to the vehicle, we have plus 2 for the partial protection of the crew, so that's 12. This is a miss. And for the infantry, we have 10. And now, minus 1 for moving without assault movement, but plus 1 for the protection of the vehicle. So this is 10 again. In the column of 8, this is no effect. And that's not a rate of fire as well. And now they can move here. This one was in the motion, so I have to mark them. Okay, so that's for this flank, and now my vehicles in the middle flank. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Let me check again if I am correct here. Yes, it is 1 movement point to move down, so it was 1, 2, 3, and now 4. This one goes into motion, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the infantry, and that's all. Now this one is moving, but only with this infantry, not with the ones with machine gun, but only with these 2 normal squads. So do I have a motion counter somewhere? I need one. Okay, found it. It goes 1, 2, 3 here. Let them be in the column. And finally, this machine gun, it goes 1, 2, and 3. And I think that's all for the Soviet movement phase. Let me think. Let me see. I didn't forget about anyone. No, everything seems alright. So that's the end of the Soviet movement phase. So I can remove these markers, and this will be German defensive fire phase. What should I do in this phase? Let me see. Well, I will try to use my off-board artillery again, but I have bad luck with it. So again, I'm trying to fire here. So I'm calling a radio. Let's see. Okay, black card, finally. So yeah, we have a contact. So now I can place artillery request, and I am placing it here. Now I need, they are all visible to me. They are all known enemy units, so I don't have to draw additional card. But now I have to check to see if my spotting ground will fall. Oh, I forgot about radio contact roll. Okay, fine. Sorry. Now I need to roll to see if artillery request lands where it should. It is German, so 1, 2. Of course it's 3, so no. Okay, so let's see where it falls. 3 and 1. So it's going to fall here, and this should be fine. So I'm placing a spotting ground here, and that's all for the German action. This one is reshuffled into deck. And now let's go to see for any other Germans who wants to fire or not. And this tank has first fire, so it can do intensive fire if it wants to. They are all in motion, which makes them pretty hard to hit. So I have a target acquisition here, so maybe, but this is also a small target, black dot on the armor factor, and this means it will be very hard to hit when it's in the motion. And I would have +2 for intensive fire, so no, that's not going to work. Alright, who's next? This mortar is damaged, so no. They already did their fire, so did they. Looks like I don't have any opportunities to do successful defensive fire, so this is going to be the end of the German defensive fire phase, and we are going into Soviet advancing fire phase. Okay, so who wants to fire? Well, whoever can. They have 6 and they have a range of 2, so they are firing here, and this will be 3 +1 because they have assault fire ability, so it will be 4 +2 because they are in the trench, and +1 because I am firing through the light wood. So 4 +3. 6 +3, 9, definitely miss. Next, here. They are all forming a fire group to fire here. So this will be 4. And now it's 2.5 +1 because of the assault fire, so 3.5, and it's rounded up to 4. So 4, 8, and another 4. So I have 12 +2 for foxhole +1 for double time. So it's total of 12 +3, and that's 8. 8 in the column of 12. This is morale check +1 for Germans. 7 +1 is 8. They have 7. So there you go, guys. You are now broken, and they did their advancing fire. Now there. Any options for advancing fire for me? Yes. They are doing their advancing fire here, so they have 4. I'm not using these guns because they are in motion, so no, it is almost impossible to fire. So this is going to be 4 +2 because of the trench. Nothing. Nothing more to do around. All them did their prep fire, and now infantry, which is below these vehicles, doesn't have any fitting targets. No. So that's all for the Soviet advancing fire phase. Not a very effective, but Soviets are focused on approaching mostly. So they are not doing much fire. They are moving onward, trying to capture these buildings they have to control at the end of the game. So that's all for the advancing fire. Now road phase. And who has to road? These guys have to road. They are in the open ground. They carry medium machine guns, so it cannot be taken. So they are moving 1, 2, 3 here. There I have a broken leader, but he doesn't have to road. That's good. They also doesn't have to road. They are in the woods, and I believe that's all. Oh, let me see. There is a broken unit here, but they are in the foxhole, so that's fine for them. And I think that's all. Nothing more to do in the rally phase. No one is broken around? I think no. Okay, so that's all for the rally phase. We are going into advance phase. So Soviets are advancing by all means. Here, there. I'm going to stay here in this trench, so nothing more. Now there. You all guys are moving onward. Oh, I forgot about them. They have to road, so I have to place them here. Okay, and now they are all advancing. They are all with vehicles, so no advance for them. And now here. Do I want this mortar to move? No. This mortar, from the other hand, is in danger. They could see spotting round falling here, but they are in the this artillery observer is in a trench, so he will have +4 for his off-board artillery fire modifier, so he should be fine. Let's hope so. So that's everything when it comes to the advance phase. They aren't advancing since they are with vehicles, and that's everything when it comes to the advance phase. No close combats, no close combats at all. So we are going into German part of the turn 2, and this is the part where we finally be able to use our fighter bomber in the German movement phase. So we are starting with rally phase, and now let me see. Germans. I can do one self-rally, so where? They are fine. No Germans here. These guys are +4, and these guys are also +4. I haven't any Germans without +4 who might need. So I will try to do self-rally here. Not a big chance, but let's try. Nothing. And they have to keep desperation morale since they are adjacent to the enemy. And now this crew has their morale in the square, so they can do self-rally normally, but again that's a fail, so they cannot even repair their damaged mortar. That's very unfortunate. And now Soviets. This leader might try to self-rally. Let's see if he can. No, he can't. There I am removing desperation morale. And I believe that's all for the Germans and Soviets. No broken stuff around, nothing more is broken, save to this German mortar. So that's all for the rally phase, I think, yeah. So next we have German prep fire phase. And I'm starting with my off-board artillery, so Germans finally might be able to do some use of it. But first let's roll for the radio contact. I have a radio contact, so good. So now my goal is to change this spotting round into fire for effect 1. So it flips, and now I'm firing here with since I have a sight to the blast high, and then I am firing all these adjacent hexes with 16 firepower plus 4 for units in the trenches or foxholes. So they got plus 4 and they are hit with 16 firepower. Okay, that's 9 plus 4, that's 13. 13 in the 16, this is no effect. That's all for German prep fire for Oba. And now all the remaining German units. I'm going to use this machine gun here to fire there. So this is going to be 8. And now let me roll. That's 8 plus and. For the infantry we have plus 1 because they are along with vehicle. So this is plus 1, so that's 9. So this is pin test check. For the Soviet leader, he's fine. For the Germans, for the Soviet squad, they are fine. This is 4. This is German sniper activation number, and the small German sniper wakes. So let's see where he goes. Oh, but first I'm going to roll for the crew of the Soviet vehicle. They have plus 2 because of the partial protection. So nothing. Okay, they are fine. And now I need to roll for this German sniper. He is there. There he is. And now let's see where he goes. 1 and 1. So he goes there. The closest target is this Soviet squad. And that was small sniper, so they are pinned. No good other units here, so I cannot make a counter-attack versus sniper. And that's all for this sniper. Now, who is next to fire on the German side? Well, the answer is obvious. This German tank is going to hit them. He wants to hit them hard. So he fires with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 hexes range for the vehicle target type. So we need 9. And what are our modifiers? We are buttoned up, so that's plus 1. We have a leader, so that's minus 1. We have a target acquisition, so that's minus 2. So we have plus 1 and minus 2, so that's minus 1 in total for now. But this vehicle is in the motion, so that's plus 2. So we have now plus 1. And this is small target, so it's plus 1. So it's plus 2 in total. This is a miss and no rate of fire. So I can flip target acquisition. And now, do I want to make intensive fire? It was plus 2 for me. Now it will be minus 1 for target acquisition. So it would be plus 1, and I would have plus 2 because of intensive fire. So it will be plus 3. For the 9, I would need 6 or less. Hazardous decision, but I'm going to do so. So I'm making a roll. Oh, damn! And to make things worse, I roll 10, and intensive fire decreases my damage number by 2. So normally it would be 12, but now it was 10. So my main armament is malfunctioned now. Damn you. And due to this fact, I am losing my acquisition. Shit. So, shouldn't be this way, but that's where you make a risky decisions. Okay, so that's for them. Now, any other Germans are going to fire? Certainly. Now them. They are firing here, so this is 4, and plus 1 for the light woods, plus 2 for the foxhole, so it's 4 plus 3. That was predictable. They are broken. And looks like that's everything when it comes to the German prep fire. So we are moving into movement phase. And now that's where the tricky stuff begins. Because enemy movement phase is the phase where you can use your fighter bomber. I always find it strange that you are not using them in your prep fire phase, your defensive fire phase, but you are using them in the enemy movement phase. A good thing is that you don't have to wait until enemy moves. You can use them in any part of the enemy movement phase, or you can use them before enemy will make any single move. The choice is yours. So you have to choose your target and then do sighting check. So what is my target? I've been actually thinking that the best target would be this German tank. It is now malfunctioned, so it will be harder to hit, but I think it would be a good idea to try to hit him. Or, from the other hand, another tempting idea is to attack this tank, because this tank now is malfunctioned. It has its gun unable to use. So from the other hand, this might be a good idea to attack here and try to get out of this tank, which is fine. Please remember that this fighter bomber doesn't carry its normal payload. It has its huge anti-tank bomb, which comes with Zamoly only. So it might be a good idea to attack this tank and destroy it before it will be able to hit any of my vehicles. Okay, so this is going to be my target, and now I am placing my fighter bomber here. It is going to make an attack. So first of all, it has to pass sighting check. And my morale is 8, so I need to pass morale check with 8, and my modifiers are -1 because I'm attacking a vehicular target, and -2 because it is non-concealed or hidden initial placement. So I have -3, and I need to pass morale check with the value of 8 to attack it. That's 8. I have -3, so yes, I am attacking this bastard. And I am using this anti-tank bomb. This anti-tank bomb attacks tanks only, and where it was. That's a new thing for me, so sorry, moment, I need to make a check to see. Okay. Oh, there is another modifier for that when we are fighting scenarios at January, but luckily this scenario takes time at December, so there is no modifier for mist or something. Okay, so now I hit him, and now I need to make a 2-hit die roll to see if I hit him. So now I have to make a roll with aerial attack and to hit. I am hitting this hex and that hex. So first of all, this is vehicle target type, so I need 10 because I'm hitting on 0 range. And now for the aerial attack modifiers. This vehicle is not in motion, so no. It is not concealed. It is not, well, what is the size? No, it has normal size, so no size modifiers. No TAM, no loss hindrance, so nothing. So I just need to roll 10 or less to score a hit on this bastard, but then I will have to make another roll because there will be a chance to get a near miss. And again, this time Zamoly comes with its own rules about it, yeah, to make things more crazy. And if I will ever hit, I will have to make a roll. On 1-3 it will be direct hit, and vehicle will be hit with 2 kill number of 13. Otherwise, on 4-6 it will be near miss, and the attack will have a 2 kill value of 7. So first of all, I need to see if I ever hit the bastard. Yeah, that's the hit, because this is 7, and now I have to see if it is a direct miss, near miss, or direct hit. On 1-3 it is a direct hit. Yes, this is a direct hit, so that's good. We hit him with a direct hit, we hit the head, so we hit the turret, and it is aerial attack with value of 13. Its armor, its front armor has a level of 8, and we hit him with 13. So we need now 5 or less to do any damage to this vehicle. It's a 9, so no, this is nothing. And now I am attacking this building, because it is next in line, with firepower of 12. And there is a chance that I will hit this building in the way that it will be ruined. But on the 12th, I need to gain 2 or less. Well, sounds like impossible shot. Yeah, nothing happens. So my fighter bomber is recalled. So that's all for it. And it achieved literally nothing. Ha! A lot of stuff to do and nothing happens. Well, as good as about artillery. Okay, so now Germans finally can move normally. And what Germans are going to do? Let me see. They are broken, right? Same goes to them. They already did their fire. Now the question is if they have to stay here, because not much of the Soviets are around. So maybe I should move them somewhere here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that's all on this flank, and now that flank, my tank. My tank is still waiting. It survived an attack of the German Soviet fighter bomber, and now do I want to use it? No, I don't want to use it. I will make it wait. Whenever Soviets will approach, it might be my fire guard. There is no danger of Soviets using more of these fighter bombers, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so that's all for them, and I believe that's all when it comes to the German movement phase. So we are going into Soviet defensive fire phase, and Soviets have a lot of defensive stuff to do. Okay, so I'm starting here. That's 4 plus 2, plus 3, sorry, plus 2 for the trench, plus 1 for the woods. 7, that's nothing. Now they are all firing here, or maybe let them do it by themselves. So this is going to be 12 because of the adjacent hex, and I will call for their support, so this will be also 12, 6 plus 6, so I will have 24 plus 2. I'm not using them because they will give me negative modifier for their double time. So that's 12 and 12, 24 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 in the column of 24. This is morale check plus 1 for Germans. 6, they made it. Now they are firing here. This is 10 and 11. So this will be 20, 10 and 12. So it will be 22. 22, this is going to be 20 plus 2. And 11 in the column of 20. This is normal morale check. Again, Germans made it. Lucky ones. Next, there. It is 10 and 6. So it is going to be 16. They are pinned, so their firepower is halved and then doubled because of the adjacent hex. So that's 16 plus 2 plus 1. That's 6 in the column of 16. This is morale check plus 2. Oh, finally. So they are eliminated because they were already reduced into half squad. So now they are done for good. Here and there. Now my vehicles aren't doing much stuff so far. They are mostly moving. But my infantry here might fire on them. It will be 5 and 2, this will be 7, and plus 3, it will be 10. So it will be 8 plus 2, because they are in the trench. Oh, literally nothing. And now, finally, my heavy arguments. So let me mark them. Here and there. First, my artillery observer. He wants to use fire for effect here, so it goes into FFEC. Oh, sorry. First he needs to roll for radio. Yeah, he has a contact. So now he wants to make another fire here. This is again 16 plus 4 for them being in the foxhole. That's 6 plus 4, so that's 10. 10 in the column of 16. This is normal morale check. And my, they are reduced again. They are half squad, so they are. They are crew, so they are technically a half squad, so they are done. And now I have to roll for this wire. It is fine, but my artillery did its job, eliminating enemy mortar. Now this heavy mortar was also firing on the German heavy mortar, which is already neutralized, because I managed to eliminate its crew, and they aren't able to fire anymore, and there is no one to fix it. So now I'm going to use this heavy mortar here to fire on them. So let me roll. I have a line of sight, and there is +2 for area fire. That's 7, -2, that's +2, so that's 9. So yes, no, this is a miss, but I have a rate of fire, so I can place area acquisition of B. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, no. Sorry, my mistake. Good that I checked. It was -2 already. This mortar already fired on this hex. A B belongs to this mortar. So I had 7, and I have -1, -2, and +2. So yes, that was a hit. Sorry for this confusion. So this mortar actually hits this target already. So this is 16 and 9. 9 +2 for trench, no effect. So another shot, because I had a rate of fire. 6. This is a hit, and again a rate of fire. So my mortar fires again. And 4 plus 2. This is 6. 6 in the column of 16. This is morale check +2. And 9. So they are broken. My mortar fires again. This is no rate of fire anymore. So this is the last shot for this mortar. And now it makes another shot. It makes its final shot. That's 10 plus 2, that's 12 in the column of 16. This is obviously a miss. No, that's nothing. Okay, now this mortar, it fired on this hex. That was the one. And now it doesn't have to it doesn't have a line of sight, but from the other hand, it has a line of sight to them, to this tank. Well, this tank isn't crew exposed, so it's not a valuable target for a light mortar, and I cannot place a smoke, because you have to lay a smoke before you will make any other shots. So no, I cannot do anything with this mortar. Too bad. They are all in motion, so no fire for them. That's all for Soviet defensive fire then. So all these defensive fires are removed. I think Soviets are doing fine. That's still not a position where I can say they are winning, but I think this is going quite good for them, especially because this malfunction on the German tank. This might be a very good for Soviets. Okay, so that's all for defensive fire. Now German advancing fire. Do I want to make any advancing fire with Germans? The answer is no, because I already did all my shots and I haven't any situations where I can do more shots. So I can remove prep fires from the board, and next I'm going with road phase. So who has to road? Because I believe there are units that have to road. They don't have to. They are in the trench and no enemy units on the adjacent hexes. They are in the foxhole, but there are enemy units on the adjacent hex, so they have to road. And I think that's all. I don't see any other units that might be forced to road, so no. That's all for the road phase. Now German advance phase. So these Germans are advancing here. And anyone else wants to advance on the German side? No, no one. So that's all for the advance phase. Now close combat phase, nothing to do. So pin marker is out, and that's the end of the German close combat phase, and that's the end of the turn 2. So after 2 turns of the game, Soviets made significant progress on both flanks, and they are coming close. They managed to break through the first line of German defense, beating several of the German units and destroying them without much losses on the Soviet side. That's a good thing, because the Soviet problem is the small number of officers. So if you have too many Soviet units broken, this might be a problem to rally them. But so far we don't have a problem with that. There are only a few Soviet units that are broken. Okay, that's the end for the first part of this video. I think this is a good moment to call it a day, and thanks for watching, and see you in the part 2 of St. Stephen in Zamoly.